Greetings, roller coaster fanatics! It is time for Fan Facts Park Tour with yours truly, the Coaster Fanatic. Fan Facts Park Tour is where I give you the 5 things that I loved and the 5 things that annoyed me when going to this park. And this is the kind of recommend when you go to this certain park because this might happen to you. Alright, so when it comes to annoy, I just want to say this. Annoying means they're pet peeves, or they just like, it's just so annoying. Why is it always happening? It's one of those things where it doesn't make the park bad. It just will annoy you when you're at the park. So here we go, starting with the 5th thing that you'll love, which is the amount of trees at the park. You're secluded in trees, so there's a lot of shade. You can go sit down and just relax when it's a hot day, and it can get pretty humid because it is Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. It's in a very humid area. The 4th thing that you'll love is the shows. Of course you gotta love the shows. They're amazing. They got some really world-class shows. I can only think of 2 that I've seen, and that's the Great Wolf Show and the Pet Shenanigans. Those are hilarious shows, but they also got some other good shows, but the one I want to mention is the one that during Christmas Town, and it's called Miracles. That was one of my favorite shows to this day, and it's a really good show. Moving on to the 3rd thing that you'll love, and that's the food. Who doesn't love the food at Busch? I mean, there's probably some people that do, but it's really good food. It's close to authentic European food. You could call it, quote, authentic. It's really good. They got, like, over in the Italian section, they have eggplant parmesan, chicken parmesan, which is my favorite. I love that. Over in the Germany section, they have knotwurst, bratwurst, and pork. They also, in the New France area, they have Smoker's Grill, and it's just an amazing barbecue. I mean, like I've said before, I'm a huge barbecue fan. It's just amazing. And of course, in the Ireland section, they have the Irish stew, and it's really good Irish stew. And just a heads up, food will also be in the annoyance section, and I'll talk more about that when I get there. So moving on to number 2, and number 2 is rides. There's be at least 54 total amount of rides at this park, excluding the roller coasters. That's about 47 flat rides. That is a lot of rides. That is good for Busch Gardens. They have a lot of rides, and if you're not into high thrilling roller coasters like Apollo's Cherry, Griffin, Alpengeist, and the new one Tempesto, then they have animals. They have gray wolves, they have owls, and they also have a cool aviary where you get to go feed nectar to birds, and it's just amazing. They also have tortoises and lemurs. It's almost like a zoo next to an amusement park. It's really cool. And the number 1 thing that you'll love when going to Busch Gardens is, of course, the atmosphere. The atmosphere is just amazing. When you go to this park, it's like you're visiting an old friend. The atmosphere is lively. It's like Cedar Point. You stay happy. It's like nothing can bring you down. I've been on days when it's rain out, but I'm still having a good time. They do a lot to make sure you're having a good time at this park, and that's why I love it so much. It's amazing what they do to keep the park lively, and it has that perfect charm. It also makes you feel like you're in a different world because you can't see the outer world besides the brewery right next to Busch Gardens, but that's why it's called Busch Gardens. But it's just, you feel like you are traveling into different worlds too. So that's just amazing. So that are the 5 things that you'll love. And now we move on to the pet peeves. 5 things that I got annoyed with that could annoy you when going to Busch Gardens, Williamsburg. And what I was saying earlier, the 5th thing is food. Now, they have the good food, like I was talking about, but there are some food that is like, okay, I know in the France section they have turkey legs, and I'm not one for turkey legs, and theirs is not that good. I've had it. It's okay, but it's not great. Their popcorn is okay. But their ice cream is alright. I mean, it's not perfect, but I mean, it's okay. Or it's not bad. The 4th thing is crowds. Now, this annoys almost everybody when going to amusement parks. It's crowds. People don't like long lines. Now, the lines don't get long, which is good because operations here are incredible. But the pathways can be small, so even on light days, you'll feel like you're getting cramped. And on heavy days, oh my gosh, it's like a city. There's a lot of people and that's what I think, just comparing this to Cedar Point. Cedar Point did better because they got larger pathways. I don't know why I'm comparing it, but just bear with me. But anyway, that's 4th. Now we move on to 3, which is layout. Busch Gardens is in Williamsburg, which is near a lot of rivers. Now, when near a lot of rivers, it can get pretty hilly in Virginia, and the terrain here is really hilly. It's just mountainous terrain all over the place. So you'll be going up and down, and especially near the Loch Ness Monster, the ground goes straight down to water level, and it goes straight back up, and it can get pretty annoying. I mean, you can get tired real quick because it's just up and down, up and down. But that's a typical thing for most amusement parks. Now I move on to number 2, and this is a typical SeaWorld thing. It's the prices. They overdo their prices. I mean, I think an admission here is like $72. It's just insane. And then, of course, like food can be like $20, $15 to $20. So prices are really high here. And then the final thing that will annoy you is the lockers. Everybody is annoyed with lockers. Now the good news is these are lockers where you use a key, so that it's not bad. But the Tempesto But the Tempesta lockers are basically the ones that Six Flags use, where you have a certain amount of time, you pay $2 or something like that. And I like the other ones where they're only use tokens and they're not that much. So thank you all for watching, and as always, Coaster Fanatics, keep coasting.